This was the scene outside a home near Avenue and Chaplin around 10:30 last Tuesday night. Four masked men walk by the home, which has bollards and two luxury SUVs in the driveway, and 30 seconds later return.
I don't like clowns.
Have for me today?
What delusions of morality.
It shouldn't be that way. It wasn't supposed to be that way. We were supposed to be on a steady, if difficult sometimes, march towards progress. And yet, just a few weeks ago, the United States voted for a second time to not elect its first woman president. Everywhere, women's rights and women's progress is under attack, overtly and subtly. But I want you to know that I am, and always will be, a proud feminist.
No, soy boy beta cuck.
You will always have an ally in me and in my government.
Online commentators blasted the Prime Minister, with this person saying, Justin Trudeau is mad the US didn't elect a woman and declares he's a proud feminist. Male feminists are the absolute worst.
That's so true.
Just on Trump, and a new poll has recently revealed that Canadians seem to approve of Trump over their Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau.
It looks like the Gaza Strip there. There's violence, there's extremism. It's an example of what happens when the leader of a country is a left-wing extremist.
I was watching the hockey game here, the Calgary game. I was in my family room. And, you all of a sudden know exactly what's going on because you hear glass breaking and chaos.
This was the scene outside a home near Avenue and Chaplin around 10:30 last Tuesday night. Four masked men walk by the home, which has bollards and two luxury SUVs in the driveway, and 30 seconds later return, crossing the grass and heading right for the front door. They first unsuccessfully attempt to break through a glass window on the main floor. Then one of the suspects, using what appears to be a hammer, smashes through glass in the front door before gaining entry, as the home alarm, which was activated, begins to go off.
I got up right away to go to the front door and start pushing back to try to tell them to get out of my house. And I thought I saw a gun. I don't know you never know whether they're real or not. I didn't care. I was just trying to defend myself, my home, and I knew my wife was upstairs.
The couple, both in their 60s, do not want to be identified because the suspects remain at large.
They were beating me with something on the head pretty violently, but I didn't want to go down because I didn't want them to go upstairs. And they started slicing my arms. It might have been a knife or glass, but they cut my arms pretty badly.
One of the suspects managed to make his way up to the bedroom where his wife was sleeping. And
the first thing I saw was a guy all in black, a balaclava, in my bedroom, which was total black. The second he left the framework of my bedroom, I picked up my phone and I called 911.
2.5 minutes later, the perpetrators were gone, having stolen nothing.
I said, "What do you want?" And they never told me. So we know. One guy said something to the effect of, "Just be quiet."
The homeowners say at one point one of the suspects grabbed the husband's cell phone, but in the commotion, the phone dropped.
What were they after?
Cars.
We think, because I don't think they ever said that.
That's what the police told us. But we have bollards, so they need those to go down.
The couple says just 2 days earlier at 4 a.m., four masked men cased out their home. Police believe they are the same four suspects responsible for the home invasion and assault. The alarm company notified the couple of the suspicious activity. And while the homeowners were concerned, they never imagined this.
I was bleeding all over the place. I don't even remember. I thought it was cut everywhere. They were It was a bad beating.
And the police said, yes, car theft is rampant. Something has to be done. This is out of control.
This is what the left brings.
Trudeau is so spectacularly incompetent that there's endless discoveries of corruption and idiocy to be unveiled. And I'm afraid for Pierre Poilievre that he's going to be left with a terrible mess.
Again, true.
What is going on here?
So I was with a guy. We were together for 6 years, but we were only married for 2 weeks.
And
then
it hookup of a marriage, okay?
Blew up everything. Everything.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
But you were together for 6 years.
Psycho.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
Why did we divorce after 2 weeks?
So.
Did you keep laughing in the middle of the night?
No.
Okay.
I enjoyed my laugh.
No, I'm poking at you.
So right before we got married, I came out as bi, and then we decided to continue with the wedding. I really wanted a girlfriend, and he was...
Oh.
I know. He was iffy about that.
After 6 years, you're just realizing that right now.
And then I decided that women probably weren't enough because our life was really horrible.
Why were you getting married? You knew you wanted to have a girlfriend. He wasn't a girlfriend. And this life wasn't there, which a lot of people find to be very important. Me included, like it's normal.
Yeah.
So why did we go through with the marriage if it ended in 2 weeks?
Because I knew I always wanted to be with him, like for the rest of my life.
What?
She just married him for his money.
On the day Donald Trump leaves office, the Justice Department may indict him.
Very strongly in favor of indicting the president when he is out of office.
I don't think the incoming president should be threatening his political opponents with jail time. That's not the kind of talk we should hear from a president in a democracy.
A liar and a hypocrite.
Well, Fani Willis just confessed to having records of her communications with the January 6th Pelosi operation, the Get Trump operation. She only confessed to this yesterday thanks to a Judicial Watch lawsuit. Of course, when we first sued and began asking for these records, they told us they had no records. Well, it turns out that wasn't true. In fact, the only reason we got the confession yesterday was because a court last week found her in default. She didn't bother to answer the lawsuit under law as she was supposed to. But rather than turn the records over, as the court, I think, strongly suggested, she's using a loophole of exemptions and privileges to hide the records from the American people.
Well, if you didn't do anything wrong,
then you really have nothing to be afraid of.
Hey, Dad, what's a Democrat?
Somebody who wants everything you got except your job.
Hey, get off. Shh, don't yell at me. I did not tell you to come up here, did I?
It is a messed up world.